Hey visionaries, let me show you how to create a luxury hair website banner in Canva. So of course we want to start out first with the color palette. We want to know exactly what colors we're going to be using for this banner. I already created the size that I'm going to use today, and today we're going to do a 1920 by 800. This is for the hero banner. I would always recommend is make sure that you are going ahead and putting your labels on your banner so you'll know which is which. And also this is going to be a bundle kit that I'm making. So that's why it says luxury hair brand kit. Now I'm going to go to coolers. If you don't have an actual color palette that you have in mind, this is where you can go. If you go here to coolers.co, I actually put the link in the bio. Then you can have many of choices to choose from here on this website. Now that we have all of our colors, let's create our first banner. Hero banner, of course. And let's go ahead and title this Hero. So now I want to do this luxury feel hair banner. So I do want to have, since I'm doing these colors, instead of the first one being a specific color that I'm going to do off of here, I want to kind of get a image. And I seen one, it was like a palm tree that I kind of want to go with. Of course, we're being creative, so we don't have to specifically go with the actual colors. We can get colors to kind of pull each of these out that's in stock images as well. So I'm going to use this palm tree and I'm going to set this as my background. Okay. It looks basic right now. Trust the process. I promise it's going to look good after. So now that we have this, we're going to also go get a model. I uploaded a couple, as you can see, images here. I'm going to use her for this first one. So let's use her. We're going to remove the background. Perfect. And we are going to make her bigger. I want her to sit here to the side. I'm also going to duplicate this. So if we, instead of pushing Control C and Control V or C and D, we're going to actually click on the image, press Alt and drag. And that's going to also make the same image, same size. But this time I'm actually going to flip her vertically, horizontally, excuse me. And then I'm going to make her bigger. I'm going to push her to the side. I want it to kind of have like her where they're kind of touching shoulders just a little bit. I wanted to kind of overlap here in the shoulders. And if you ever mess up and you need to go back, instead of pressing the undo, you can just press Control Z as it shows you there as a shortcut. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this behind this one. So if we go to position, we can just drag it. You also have the option to click it and you can go this route, layers and move behind, but that's a longer route to be. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the transparency. And what I'm going to do with the transparency too is just to my liking on this one. Before I do the transparency, I want to also show you that there is a way that instead of doing a gradient on this image, because I want the bottom to be a little bit more transparent than the top of this image, just because I want to put my buttons here and I want it to show to where it won't clash a lot. We want to have some type of dimension there. So if you click here and you go to apps and go to image blender, drag this down to where you want it to save. I'm going to go where it's kind of by the shoulders, but let's save that. All right. Perfect. And then also, as you can see, now we still have her showing here, but we're going to lower her transparency as well because we don't want to have to show it to where it's, of course, overpowering this image. So now that we have kind of like the setup that I'm going for, we're also going to, all right. So we just did the where beauty meets luxury in the font Britney. We're going to also do a something underneath that actually tells us about the actual website. This is important because we want, once someone goes onto the website, we want them to know exactly what they're coming to the website for and what the website is all about. So let's do something like premium quality, seamless blend. And then let's do something like effortless style. All right, let's change, of course, this font because we're not going to do that twice. We're going to change this to, I like the font Playfair Display. And we're going to, of course, make this smaller because this is a subtitle. It's smaller. All right. And I like to line, I'm going to line this up. You see how this one is long? Let me show you something. If you shorten this to the exact placement that, of course, that fits the words, Now, if you go here and you do the same with this one, align this with this word here, then we're going to go up here and we're going to do the spacing. And we want to space it quite a bit. And this actually just helps with the centering of it, because if it's all the way out here, then the text is like wide, and sometimes it gets too wide and things like that. And that's perfectly fine, but it helps with the centering of it. We're also going to make this font smaller. So let's do that. And then let's make it a little bit more spaced out like that. And we're going to drop this down a little bit. What I'm going to do is, to make it stand out, is I'm actually going to click here and I'm going to go to the effects. Let's go to a glow, do some type of glow just to kind of make it stand out. I normally don't go all the way up to this intensity, but I will here just because I want it to stand out more because the background is darker. So let's go to glow here, and also let's do the words. Stands out a little bit better. And I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller. And if you are trying to line this up, you just click the image, you click here, the word, and then also you can click center, which is already centered. So it looks like it's already there. If you click middle, it's going to combine both. So just press center. And then what we're going to do is get a button now. We want something that says shop now. So if I go here, and I had a button here that I was looking at. I know it's not the same color. We're going to change that. So we're going to choose this button here. And then on the button, make this a little smaller. On the button, we're going to change the color. So I want this to kind of give off like a goldish brown look. So let's go with something on this end to be like a darker brown. And then to give it that effect, we're going to go with something lighter. We're going to take this same font and we're just going to put shop now on it. And we're going to put this down here. All right, let's do an effect underneath this button as well, a glow effect, just to kind of give it that. And then we're going to make that a little bigger because it always seems to make it smaller. And then of course the same thing, you can click that, and then if you hold shift and click the item, if you're trying to select more than one, you click shift and then you click whatever item you want to combine. If you go here, of course, you can click that and push center. It's already in the center. So I'm going to group that together just so when I move it, it doesn't move. I want to put a gradient underneath here as well because it's super green and I want it to kind of lean more towards like a tannish green, like, that neutral color, even though this, of course, will do. So I'm going to go here to my square. We can just get one. And then I'm going to put that here. We're going to drag it over her. Let's put this kind of like that. Yeah, we want it kind of, yeah, let's do that. All right, now if we click here and we go to gradients and we go here to this color, think I want this darker color, but let me grab this. That's, oh my goodness, that is so pretty. If you want to go for like a modern clean look, I might have to come back and, do one with just this color. It's giving off where this will look so pretty with this in a chrome, you know, even a gold. But anyway, so if we go back and we're going to click this color again, I'm going to give it a gradient. So if you click here, as you can see, it turns to a gradient. I'm actually going to put this lighter color here, and I want this to kind of go up and down, but I want the darker one to be, I really want the darker one to be at the top, but let's just lower the transparency on here and see that helps the words also stand out. But I want to turn this around. Oh, here it is. Yes, like that. It did this. I just erased that. Okay. So as you can see, it puts a cast over the image. Even if I go back to the image and turn the opacity back up, as you can see now, it has where it shows it brighter, but it puts this cast, and that's what I was looking for over the image to like not make it super duper heavy. We're gonna put it above, excuse me, below both of the images so that now this one can stand out, but I'm going to make the transparency on this one just kind of come up just a little bit. All right, and that is going to be the hero banner that we would have for this luxury hair brand. Now let's make a section banner. All right, so now we're going to add a new one, a new page, but we're going to resize this. This size is going to be 1600 by 600. So this is going to be a section banner. So let's put section banner on here. So since this is going to be a section banner, we are now going to do something where it's way more simpler, but we're still wanting it to look, of course, luxurious. You know how we did and I'm going to go back and get it, how we did the cast over this. We're going to we're going to click it, Alt, and then we're going to drag it to the board. We're going to turn up the transparency on this one. So now we have this as a board. We're going to, of course, keep the same font. the rule of thumb that I feel like is best is don't use more than three different fonts. And the three fonts that you use, make sure that you use it throughout because you don't want it to look too chaotic. And of course, we want people to focus on it to look very cohesive and organized. So we're going to go ahead and take that same font. Let's do that premium here for every occasion. And then let's duplicate this. If we go to apps and go back to image blender and we do the circle one, like the radiance, and we kind of pull it out a little bit, and then we kind of save that. How she looks on here. I think I'm going to do something different though. So let's just see. We're going to do her. Let's keep her really quick on here. So I want to actually go here to text. And if we go here and let's pick a, we can keep Kava Sands as this, but I want to do something like, we're going to say premium hair. And I am going to spread these words out. And then also I'm going to turn these words white. And the effect, I want to make this, not this one. Where is the hollow words? Now I want to take this and I want to make the transparency low. And I want to duplicate them. As you can see, when you see the 22, it's just saying that those are the space that's in there. And then I'm going to group this, but I want to make this, it's 100. So let's kind of make it a little bit more. And we can always do this and push it to the back, but I kind of wanted to say premium hair on there. And then go get this and kind of put it there. I think I actually like that, to be honest. Looks more luxurious. We're going to get rid of that one. We can even put an effect behind her. Let's go ahead and put, if we put a drop shadow, and then we're going to, where's the intensity? Lower that intensity. I'm going to keep this one. I like that one better. All right, so now we have our section banner for it, and it says premium hair for every occasion. I don't know if I'm still feeling, I love the color, but let's see if we can, I like this little chocolate color right here. Again, and I can do that. And that right there to me is cute too. I don't know which one I like more. Let me know in the comments. Do you like this one better or this one? I know this one makes her hair kind of stand out, but that chocolate is very pretty too. And you have to, of course, think about the banner. So if we do it this way, this is going to be number one. That's going to be number two. Do you like this one better or that one better? You let me know in the comments. And that's on the section banner. And then we're going to go ahead and go on to our collection banner. So let's resize again. And this time we're going to resize and it's going to be 1800 by 600. So we're going to do, of course, the same font. Since this is going to be a collection, find your perfect match. Let's do that. And here, I'm actually going to do the one that has the multiple women on there. I don't know which one I want to do though. Let's remove the background. Remove the background. Let's duplicate it. And we'll get rid of this one on this page. Here. And then here we will duplicate again, kind of get that same vibe as the hero banner. Actually, I kind of like it to be like this, but as you can see, the words will be in the way. So we are going to lower that transparency and take that to the back. We're going to lower it just a little bit more. I kind of like it to be that like that, but okay. We're going to put here, find your perfect match. I don't know if I want this to be, or if I want it to be like that. I don't like it like that. Let's just keep it that, like that for now. So if we put find your perfect match here, even if we remove them and had it, but I like them to kind of be on there. And then we'll put a glow on them. But find your perfect match. And then here, we'll put on here Do I want a button? If we have a button, we need to make it the same as all. None of them need to look different. So if we put find your perfect match, I think that this will look cute if we put something like, let me, since we already have a spacing in this one, we're going to take this, click it, alt, drag. Okay. We want to keep the same uniformity. So we're going to put your style. Let's put something like our hair, your style. Our hair, your style. Something like that. Be cute. All right. And then we're going to put shop collection. Let's put that. When it's grouped up, it does this. So we're going to do this. We're going to ungroup this really quick. And then we're going to put shop collections. I have to put it in caps. Shop collection. Okay. All right. And we're going to make sure this is centered and in the middle. And then we're going to group that. And then we can make it smaller. Let's tidy this one up by clicking this. And we are going to tidy this up. As you can see, this moved down a little. All right. And then for them, let's put a glow around them. That color is so pretty to me. And I'm just like, still thinking how would it look with the chocolate color, because if you can, here it is. Let's see. First off, look at that. I kind of like that one a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That brown is popping on them. I would have to change these to white though, so we're gonna go back to brown. But I'm going to get this color again really quick. Copy that. Go back to here and see what this looks like on this. Look at that. That dark brown is giving like a rich, luxurious look to me. Even though that's pretty, comment below again which one you like, one or two. I actually kind of like this one for this banner. I may go with that because, of course, here's our colors. Now, this color is more of the color that's before this, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about adding this color, which will still go with the color palette. This luxury hair brand kit has additional banners, which are the header and footer banners, and also the category banners as well. If you would like to see those, please comment below. And thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.